Dan, let me get this over to my PowerPoint. And I'll finish the last set of scriptures. And Revelation 14:6, this is the everlasting gospel. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel, to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth, and the sea, and the fountains of waters. There followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive the mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord, from henceforth, yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one that sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice unto him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. Now this particular scripture is really fantastic. For one thing, the angel preaches the gospel to every kingdom, nation and tongue, kindred and tongue and people. And then Babylon falls. I really believe the United States is Babylon, but listen to me. It's because that great city is going to fall, which is probably New York, because she made all the nations to drink of the wine of her wrath, of her fornication, which means probably we'll have a woman president. And I would imagine that will take place in 2024. I don't know that anyone can defeat Trump unless he is executed, or unless there's a war and they take out the head of our nation. But anyway, whatever happens, we'll wait and see. But immediately after the Babylon failure and Babylon falls, the one world government starts taking control. And they have such a thing as they call a beast, which is a monstrosity of a city in the U.S. that has all kind of technological equipment that can track every person in the world. And they have that ability already, and they call it the beast. I don't know if that has any significance to God and the end times or not, but probably it does. Because God creates things all along and allows things to be created and built, and he puts it to his use, whether man puts it to their use or not. And one thing I've always tried to say since the towers fell, that the beast has to do something about the Constitution of the United States, or they will never have control of the United States, and he's going to be a worldwide controller. So with that said, we're seeing a rebellion growing in America that rebels against the right. They're the left one world government crowd And eventually they will win that fight. But they won't win the fight for their soul. The wrath of God will be poured out without mixture in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. The smoke of their torment is forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night. That's going to be bad. All those who worship the beast and his image, whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. It says here is the patience of the saints. That's after the mark of the beast is spoken about. Here's we still have saints. And the 13th chapter of Revelation, I believe, bears that out, talking about the mark of the beast and the two prophets that come down. And you notice all that's in the 6th trumpet. And it takes place, and then the 7th trumpet comes quickly. And this white cloud, and the one sitting like unto the Son of Man, Jesus said he'll never share his glory with another. So I don't believe this is another person other than Jesus Christ himself, and he's got his hand on the sharp sickle. And here's what he reaps: the harvest of the earth that is ripe. In the 4th section of scriptures I was talking about, I talked about the harvest of the earth at the end of the world. And this is the harvest of the earth. And he harvests the wheat that are shining white unto harvest, shining like the sun in all its glory. They're the ones that's shining like Jesus. He said, he that hath this hope in him will purify himself even as he is pure. And the golden crown is on his head. It's the crown of authority in the world. They look for that golden crown in the world as a crown of authority. All the time in the world, as it was known, the gold represented authority, and it represented the kingship. And Christ was given gold at his birth, and here is gold on his head once again as he reaps the harvest of the earth. That way we know he's the king. I just got to say, I've really enjoyed talking to you about the scripture and sharing this video. And maybe this will be a good thing I can do from now on once in a while. We'll see. God bless you. I love you, Dan. Let me stop this video. It's sure good to talk to you.